Hello, and welcome to this overview. My name is Camille Westmoreland, and you are here because you may have seen information from me, whether it was on Facebook or IG or TikTok or whatever the case may be. But wherever you found this information, I first of all want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me to hear this amazing information. My good friend Marquita Thomas and I, we have partnered to create one of the largest movements called the Helping Families Movement, where we are geared towards creating generational wealth, creating legacies for families globally. And so the way that we do that is through the foreign exchange market, through cryptocurrency education, and so forth. And so I'm going to be sharing with you today more about what we do, how we do it, and how you will be able to position yourself. So just bear with me while I share my screen. All right. So we have now officially started sharing my screen. And so I'm going to go ahead and start. One of the things I will say is that I love to be very efficient, very effective, but very brief. So I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of everything that we have to offer. So as I mentioned, Helping Families Movement is a movement that was started by myself and my good friend Marquita Thomas. This movement has been around for a couple of years. I personally have been trading in the foreign exchange market for 5 years. My education has been powered by I Am Mastery Academy, which is what you're about to hear about today. This company that we partner with has really helped us position not only ourselves, but every person and every family that we come in contact with to be able to live the life that they desire to live and position themselves to create a legacy for their families, okay? And so the first thing I want to talk about is the foreign exchange market. So within this particular platform of I Am Mastery Academy, there are multiple platforms that you can plug into. While I'm going to be going over each of them individually, what I want you to understand is that all of them really work together. And so you're going to hear us say, or hear me say, take the elite challenge, take the elite challenge. And the reason that we push taking the elite challenge is because in this particular space of getting everything that you have access to is going to position you to live the life that you desire to live. You're not just getting a piece of the pie, you're able to position yourself for the entire pie. So within the foreign exchange market, it is a market that is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week worldwide. It actually opens around 4 p.m. is Central Standard Time on Sundays, and it closes around 4 p.m. on Fridays at the same time zone. So depending on where you are in the world, those numbers will fluctuate. But once it opens on Sunday, it's running until Friday. And so that's the beautiful thing about this space. It doesn't matter what your profession is, what your work schedule is, or all those things. You're able to literally lifestyle to position yourself to create long-term wealth strategies and access this education literally around the clock. This is a market that you can actually exchange in without actually owning physical money. If you've ever traveled internationally, let's just say you went to Europe, you would have had to take your US dollar and exchange it for euros in order for you to do goods and you purchase goods and services and things in Europe. But when it was time to come back to the United States, you would take whatever euros you had left and exchange them to the US dollar. So that's literally what the foreign exchange market is. But instead of you having to actually have physical euros to exchange for the physical US dollar, you're literally able to leverage online brokers to be able to make these exchanges without actually physically owning the money. So within this particular platform, you're going to have access to over 100 plus full-time educators. I will tell you this, our founder and CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry, is almost at billionaire status, but every educator that we have access to for mentorship, they have been vetted, okay? So we're not just throwing somebody in front of you. Christopher Terry himself has personally seen their portfolio and their strategy to know that they have actually produced positive results in order to be able to help position us. And this is the thing that I want you all to understand that's extremely powerful. And I would say this just as a testimony of my own. I went to college, I got my bachelor's degree, I got my master's degree, but even in plugging into those educators, they taught me information to get the degree, but it really wasn't positioning me for the financial wealth that I desired. I went to school, 6 years, 7 years total between both degrees with the hopes of getting a job in the field, making, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and thinking that was good. But then what it came down to, I had student loan debt, right? So the person working next to me just had experience, but no debt. And I had debt with no experience, and we were making the same amount of money. But in actuality, they were making more money than me because they got to keep more because I was paying that student loan debt. But the beautiful thing about this space with these educators, not only are you positioning yourself to learn, you're going to be able to position yourself to earn at the same time, because lots of these educators trade live with us. They actually give us the answers to the test. In college, I couldn't get the answer from my neighbor without, the risk of being expelled. But in this particular space, you're literally able to copy and paste your neighbor, everybody profit, and everybody win together. And so you get to learn from the best on your own time. And this is what I mentioned before. So it doesn't matter if you work a 9 to 5, a 7 to 7. You go to work at 5 a.m. and don't get off till 2. You go to work at 3 in the afternoon and don't get off till 11. Literally, it is around the clock. There is some form of education and information that you're going to have access to around the clock. Not only do you have access to that, within our Helping Families movement, we have our own community of extra support from a global team of students who have all been in this space multiple, well, not multiple, but different amounts of time, I would say. But we now get to glean off of each other, learn from each other, and grow together and celebrate together. So it's just a win-win all the way around. And with that live mentorship, you pick your schedule. There is no right or wrong time for you to actually plug in. So to just kind of give you an example, the best time for me to plug in based off of my schedule is between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So that is the time I get on to trade. Outside of that, I'm not trading, right? But on the weekends is when I get in and start studying as a student. So you're going to be able to position yourself to learn and earn based off of what is available in your schedule. So one of the things I want to show you, because in this particular space, while you're going to be learning, I talked about earning. And so this is actually one of the tools that I love and I use. So you're going to hear my voice here in a second in this recording. And it's called swipe trades. And literally within swipe trades, those 6, 7, and 8 figure educators are working behind the scenes while you're going about your daily life, right? They're going behind the scenes, analyzing the markets and sending you trade ideas. So take a look at this.
Okay, how do you swipe trades? The first thing you're going to do is when you get a new trade idea, hit that green check mark. And it will then pop up and tell you what you're looking to do, which is Euro NZD you want to buy. So you jump over into your app, your MetaTrader 4, and you're going to search for Euro NZD to make sure it's on your quotes list. Once it's on your quotes list, you're going to click on it to begin to execute the trade. And once you get here and you have your right lot size, you're going to jump back over to swipe trades. You're going to scroll down and look for your stop loss, okay? You're going to copy your stop loss. You're going to come back to your MetaTrader 4 app and you're literally going to paste the stop loss into position. Go back to your app, look for your take profit and copy that. You're going to come back over and you are going to hit paste, okay? And then you're going to hit buy. And that's literally all that you have to do. And so now you're in the trading position. And look, the trade is now moving into profit. When you see blue, that means money. You do nothing but live your life. And you can see price increased on it because the market is now moving towards your take profit. And then you do nothing but make money, right? And then price continues to increase and is heading closer and closer to your take profit while you're studying and plugging into your education. And when you go back and check, look what happened. You closed out in profit, and all you did was copy and paste these instructors, and you saw the success that you were looking for. So happy trading.
Let's go. So literally, you guys, some people are like, it has to be more than that. Literally not. That's the beautiful thing about this space that I really want you to understand. I want you to understand that you are literally able to copy and paste and profit. Copy, paste, and profit while you are learning. You are now able to position yourself to make money while you're learning, earning while you're learning. So here's another clip here. And so one of the things that you're going to also have access to when you go elite. My good friend Marquita that I mentioned to you, we started in this space around the same time, 5 years ago, okay? And she really wanted to study gold because we actually own physical gold and other commodities and so forth. And so when we got into this space and learned, wow, I can own physical gold, but I can also trade gold as it continues to make its highs and lows. And so she became a true student of that. And so by you being elite and by you being part of our movement, you now get access to copy off her paper as well. And so this is really just extra for being connected to the Helping Families movement. So if you look here, and hopefully I'll get this to play, she actually did a video, and I'm not sure why it's not playing, but in this particular video, what actually happened is that she gave us this trade idea. As you can see here, it says sell gold, okay? And then she gave us the different take profits, 10 pips, 60 pips, 100 pips, and so forth. So as you can see, since it's not scrolling, it literally hit our first 10 pips. So that means everybody within our team that positioned themselves to take that actual trade ended up profiting and making money on that position, which is super, super strong. So now this is something else that you're going to also have access to. Copy, paste, and profit. Keep that in your mind. Earn while you learn. We didn't get this in college. You had to go to college, pay all this money with the hopes of. But now you have an opportunity to position yourself to see some results and see some fruit while you're still growing and developing, which is super strong. All right. Come on. There we go. So as you can see here, let me make sure I didn't skip anything. Okay, perfect. So as you can see here, Kenny, 100 pips hit, 123 pips hit. Thanks, Marquita. Kenny, he funded his account with $10,000 and he doubled his account. Super powerful just by taking a trade from Marquita. Copy, paste, profit. I can't say it enough. Copy, paste, profit. All right. And then as you keep looking here, Sharonda, she posted. So I'm back in again in this space. Is truly a blessing. I just started this account yesterday and have only taken Marquita's gold calls. I missed the pending from today and 1 to 2 yesterday, but look at the increase in just 1.5 days because today just started. So as you can see here, she started an account with $300. Her profit is $125. That's almost 50% increase within the day and a half on her account. Where are people doing that at? Because that same $300 in your bank account in a day and a half is still going to be $300. And so that's what I really want you to understand about this space. If you position yourself and leverage properly within this space, you're going to be able to start earning money like the banks, because the money that we put in our banking account, they do a big sweep at midnight and they trade our money in the Forex account. In a Forex account, and make thousands of percent on our money just to give us less than 0.01%, which is really robbery. And so this right here positions us to now be able to make money like the banks. One of the things that I would definitely say, and I tell this to every person that I'm connected to, right, it's about plugging and it's about committing. The thing about it is you just have to make a decision and you have to start. And I tell people it's not a get rich quick situation. Can you make money? Yes. Can you make money fast? Very possible. Does everybody make money fast? No. It just depends on what you're willing to put into it, which will determine what you're going to get out of it. And then in this space, you want to commit to being a student. When I went to school for nursing and changed my major to political science, when I went and got my master's, in human services, I knew that I was going to be committing time before I saw profit. And so that's the same mindset that you want to have, whether you've gone to school for anything or a trade school. You understood that you had to learn and get certified before you made profit. So don't set false expectations on yourself that when you get into this space within 30 days, you should have made 4, 5, or 6 figures. It is very unlikely. It could be possible for some, but it's very unlikely. And I want to make sure I stress that this is an educational platform. The byproduct of this education is profits, is money. I've been in this space for 5 years. This particular space has helped me eradicate lots of debt. I was able to buy my dream car. I'm now in the process of looking to settle and build a home, so it's so many things that this space can provide with longevity and consistency. So I just want to make sure that you understand that long-term should be your thought process at the end of the day. And so as you can see here, more people are posting. I got 70 pips on gold, 50 pips, 50 pips, 50, 50, 50, 123, 100 pips. People are making money from copy, pasting, and profiting. But it doesn't even really stop there. But I want you to know it's time to go elite. period. Because as you just saw all those people winning, it's now time for you to position yourself to win. And so, as I mentioned, it doesn't stop there. Yeah, we have foreign exchange, but many of you all have started hearing about Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies. And so now you also have access to our DCX Academy. You have access to Digital Currency Academy. You now have continual access to more mentors. These mentors are now going to be teaching you everything there is to know so that you can position yourself for legacy in the foreign exchange market. It is also becoming a global form of payment for everyday purchases everywhere. As you travel around the country, you probably start seeing Bitcoin ATM machines, different companies accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. These are indicators. When you see these things happen, you should be saying, I need to position myself, because if Elon Musk is buying Bitcoin, if Tesla is considering buying Bitcoin, if that NFL player got paid in Bitcoin, I should be owning some Bitcoin myself. And don't let anybody tell you because Bitcoin is at X amount of money that it's too late. It is not too late. Bitcoin is predicted to go high up to 100 to 500,000. So it's still opportune time for you to position yourself. But what I want you to understand that you're going to learn in the academy, Bitcoin is the grandfather of cryptocurrencies. However, there are over 7,000 alternative coins, other cryptocurrencies that you could take advantage of and still grow a vast portfolio. And so that is what our DCX Academy does. And the beautiful thing about this is two sides to this thing. Just like with the foreign exchange market, you can trade cryptocurrencies without actually owning physical money. Literally getting on your cell phone or your computer and exchanging Bitcoin for the US dollar, exchanging Ripple for the US dollar, and it positions you to now make money. But we as a unit, as a movement, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And so with these learn on the go apps, Swipecoin, Swipe Trades, we talked about Swipe Trades, you saw that video. Swipecoin is just like Swipe Trades, except it's for cryptocurrency. So you have these same educators that specialize in cryptocurrency behind the scenes telling you when to buy and when to sell and what to do. But we take it a step further in this digital space. You're literally able to profit. And then we show you through the academy how you can take a percentage of your profit, invest it into cryptocurrencies so that you can continue to grow your portfolio. Okay. And so, for example, with our Swipecoin app, we got a trade for Bitcoin and a trade for Ethereum. On this February 22nd result, that was 12,000 pips booked and 5,000 pips booked. For the person that would have taken that particular trade, they could have made up, well, a minimum of $12,000 if they took that trade and rode it the whole way, or $5,000. Some people jump in and out, but see, that's part of you learning your trading strategy and what type of trader you are. Some people are swing traders where they're saying, I'm getting in that position and I'm riding the whole way. Then some people are going to be scalpers, which means I'm going to get in, get out, get in, get out. So depending on what they did determines how much money they had the opportunity to make in that particular move. And so within our cryptocurrency chat, you see Brian right here. He's like, y'all think I could reach 3,000 in profit today? And he posted a screenshot. Just in that one day, he was up $2,600 from our Swipecoins app. Copy, paste, profit. I cannot say it enough. He is still a student, getting on with the educators, learning everything that they have to share, right? But he's still copying and pasting and profit so that he can now still continue to position his family for legacy while he's being a student, because those degrees that I have, I cannot pass down. But this education that I am acquiring right now, I can pass this down to my family. That is what I want you to understand, because those degrees can't help nobody but me, and they ain't even help me. So it's just about having that real conversation with yourself. Sometimes what we think is the right way, we find out is not yielding the results that we desired. And so we have to make different moves and take massive action, right? And so Crypto Picasso, this is like our number one favorite educator. This dude right here has been trading Bitcoin since 2012. He lives in Costa Rica, has his own island. That's like gold. So I'm like, yes, I'm listening to you every day on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I want my own island too, right? And so not only does he get on with us Tuesdays and Thursdays? He's sending us trades through Swipecoin to tell us when to buy and when to sell Bitcoin. So you're getting the best of both worlds, getting those trade ideas, but also getting the education behind it so you can start to perfect your view on the market to see what you're predicting to happen based off of market ideas and structure and continuing to develop, evolve, and grow. And so as you can see right here, Alicia, she is one of our Gen Z. She is 22 years old, recently graduated from college, and she partnered and joined up with us because she had a strong desire to learn about cryptocurrencies. And so within this, she was did a withdrawal, and she said her account went from 4,800 bits to 12,380 bits in a week. That was 258% growth for the week. And that's super strong. It's super, super strong, okay? That's what I need you to understand. She followed the educators. She stayed disciplined. She stayed patient. She stayed a student. Always a student. Keep that in your heart. Always stay a student, okay? And so as you can see right here, now hopefully, let's see if this wants to act right. It doesn't. But within here, we were all in here and we all took profit on this particular trade. It was super, super strong. And it was lit. I like to say it was lit because you can see me commenting in here. It was so fire because we all were up studying together. Because iron sharpens iron. A lot of the goals that you desire to have, the people around you are not going to be the ones helping you get there. Why? Because their goals are not yours. Their mindset is not yours. So within this space and community, being able to be around like-minded people has really, really changed the game, okay? And so you're not on the island by yourself. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, this would be great, but I don't really know nobody. I'm not good by myself, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, you're going to be plugged into a community of people. People have built relationships, become accountability partners through this space. Within our team unit as a whole, we trade together throughout the week. We have training sessions at night throughout the week. So you're going to always have a space and a place to plug into. And so this is actually something, a screenshot that I posted. And so one of the coins that we were told to buy at that particular time was Ripple. Okay. And so I had spent $900 over time to get some Ripple. And then on that particular day, it grew to $4,000. And so I took that $4,000 and exchanged it to get 2 more Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the next big things. And our educator gave us some goals where Ethereum are concerned. And so I'm pushing towards those goals so that I can position myself to be a 6-figure exchange trader, just along with Ethereum. You see what I'm saying? So now you're able to get on the exchange side. So how I talked about, you can copy and paste their trades to make money, but also on the flip side, you're now able to learn about buying and holding cryptocurrencies. And just a personal testimony of mine, back in December 26th of 2020, educator Curtis Cobain, he gave us some coins to invest in based off of market movement. I took $2,800 and I split that money up into these different coins. And then by March 17th, that $2,800 was sitting right around $7,900. That was literally buying and holding. And so that's another piece that you're going to have access to start creating and producing the long-term wealth. All right, so Ebony, she said, eyes wide open, just purchased my first 3 cryptos. I will not be left behind. This young lady, she jumped into the game. She had did some stuff with Bitcoin when it first hit the scene and, never heard anything else. And then she started hearing about it more and more as of recent. And she's like, look, I got to get on this education. I need to know what is going on. And so she was so excited to plug in, to get on with a Curtis Cobain, who is the dopest to ever do it, in my opinion, right? And then she was literally able to get her first cryptos based off of his education, and she actually saw growth. And that's why it's time to go elite. So not only do you have access to the foreign exchange market, you now have access to digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, but you also have access to what we call HFX, which is our High Frequency Mastery Academy. This is a form of Forex, but it's what we like to call money in minutes, because you're literally in and out of trades within pretty much 3 to 5 minutes or less, which is super, super strong. So right here, you have a video of Maddie Pips. And Maddie Pips is one of the dopest educators in this particular arena of high frequency Forex. And he literally trades with the team, you know, multiple times a week. He trains and trades. And I just want you to watch a portion of this video, so check it out.
We have time in all these trades, but GU's in profit, UJ's in profit, Euro USD's in profit. Wow, Euro USD just tanked. What clears first? USD JPY? Euro USD is. All right, Euro USD closes first, so I'll have that up. Look at all those payouts: 45,000, 46,000, 34,000, 35,000. Let's go. I hate it when it's like this. All right, there's one payout for 46,000.
Let's go.
Is in profits, deep in profits. GU is in profits. Oh, there's another 34,000. GU is fluctuating in and out, but it is in profits right now. Let me know, guys, if you guys do these trades.
So I won't keep playing it, but in this particular instance, on this particular night, in less than 7 minutes, he made $100,000. Game changer. But the beautiful thing about it that I want you to understand is not only did he make $100,000, but everybody that got on with him made money too. So when our team gets on with him at night, it doesn't matter. We tell people profit is profit. If you stay consistent, one day you will have $100,000 payout. People making $100,000, $50,000, $10, $5, $5,000, $500. It doesn't matter. It's where you are and where you can grow to and the possibilities. That's the part that I want you to see, and it's super strong, because at the end of the day, what I want you to understand is that you are not alone in this space. Every product, tool, service, resource that you need to win is there. And our goal is to help expose you to what those things are. And then your role is to take advantage of it. So let's keep it moving. You're going to have access to our Go Lives. Go Live actually lays out those 100 plus educators that I talked about. So you're going to have different educators, and normally at the top of the screen, you're going to see the educators that are like #1, where the most people are tuning into those particular educators. But you're literally able to go into your Go Live session. You're able to see what time they're going to be on, what days they're going to be on. You're literally going to be able to leverage this space. So as you can see here, Giselle, she went 8-0 on Cash Trap by herself. So that's really strong, because as I mentioned, our goal is to help you become self-sustaining. So if an educator is not on, or if you have some downtime, you can now plug into products and tools to make money on your own. So literally, she took the strategy that Maddie Pips teaches called Cash Trap and got on by herself. And she did 8 trades and profited on 8 trades. It's super, super strong. It's nothing out there like this education for the person that chooses to take advantage of it, okay? So, come on, let's click, baby. So you see, she just went 8-0. I just shared that, all right? And then you can see here, Sharonda up 3% in one account with my 2-for-1 DeLorean Hyperdrive, and it's not even 8 a.m. She is leveraging a Forex product and an HFX product together, and she is profiting. That's why it's time to go to Leap, because all you see is people winning. What I need you all to understand is, as you get ready to make the decision to click the link below this video, it's not hard, it's just unfamiliar. And that's what I want you to keep in mind. This is going to be like learning a new language. This is the language of wealth. This is what the wealthy do. You see what I'm saying? And so in order for you to seek the wealth you desire, you have to do what the wealthy do. So that means when the challenges come, when the intimidation comes, you have to keep leaning in and pushing through, so that you can see the ultimate that you desire to see. And so you may be saying, what does it cost to get started? To go elite, it is $325.95, $274.95 per month. This gives you access to everything that I just shared with you. Your Forex Academy, your HFX Academy, your DCX Academy. And what we're going to do once you get in position, we're going to show you how to effectively leverage all three academies together to help you position yourself to earn into and learn and master one. And it's going to be super, super powerful because now we're setting you up to be multilingual financially versus just having one way of being paid. You have multiple streams and ways of actually being paid. And so it's $324.95 to get started, $274.95 per month to actually go elite. If you decided that you're like, man, what can I do to avoid that fee? If you know 3 people, and this is totally optional, you can just keep paying your fee every month. Your tuition is what I like to call it because you are paying to go to Wealth University. But to get your tuition waived, 3 people that you know that say, hey, I want to go elite too. Hey, I want to be certified elite like this shirt says. I want to position myself for generational wealth for me and my family. Getting them plugged in, get your tuition waived. And so one of the things I want to show you really, really quick, because some of you all may be watching this video and you're like me. Let me tell you, I am the type of person that never want to leave any money on the table. So as I just mentioned to you, you have a position, an opportunity to make money in the foreign exchange market. You have an opportunity to make money in cryptocurrency by trading it and exchanging it. And you also have an opportunity to make money in high frequency foreign exchange. And then the 5th way is by building an elite business. If you have had any opportunity to look at Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, he talks about the different ways that money is created. And I'm going to be real honest with you. Everybody's familiar with the employee. Everybody's familiar with self-employed. Self-employed, trading is a self-employed act, which basically means if you're not trading, you're not making money. But that's okay because we all need to learn that skill set to be able to do that. But it makes so much sense to couple your trading with building. And this is totally optional, you guys. But I'm just kind of giving you the logic behind my thinking. Okay? So it makes so much sense to not just trade, but to create a residual income to cover my residual bills. Okay? And what that basically means is this. Just like I'm sharing this information with you today, you have an opportunity to say, Camille, I want to help 9 people, 9 families go elite. And helping 9 families go elite, that will put an extra $600 a month in your pocket. What could that pay for you? That's $600 residual outside of your trading. You may say, I want to help 23 families go elite. That's an extra $1,000 a month outside of your trading. 56 people, an extra $2,000 a month. 168 families, that's an extra $5,000 a month. 372 families, that's an extra $10,000 a month, and so forth. All the way up to $750,000 a month. And I will let you know that there are people in our company that are at every single level on this chart that you see, because they understand the power of having a business, the 3rd quadrant. A business means you have systems and people working for you and you still make money. Many times we get caught into the self-employed mindset, right? Where we have to be doing the work. So I want you to come in here and learn trading. I want you to trade. I trade. But like I said, I only trade about 2 to 3 hours a day because trading is a self-employed act, right? I focus on building my business to help impact other families so that I can trade, but I can create residual. And so if your mindset is the same as mine, I want to make sure that I not only help position you to trade, but I help position you to create the residual. So literally, I want you to look at this chart and pick your paycheck. What do you want your paycheck to be? Because the reality is this looks like work, but I promise you the work and the grind that you put into this is going to be different than what the average person does, but then you're going to live the life that an average person can't. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you want to move and position and leverage yourself at the end of the day. And so, with that being said, what will you become? Ask yourself, what will you become? What will you create? What will you position yourself to do for yourself and to do for your family? It's literally in your hands at this particular point. As I said before, it's all about making a decision and it's about getting started. So go ahead and click the link below and get yourself plugged in and positioned on that elite package. It's time to go elite. It is an elite thing, okay? It's time to go elite. But also, if you've submitted your information, myself or one of my business partners will be giving you a call as well to answer any questions that you have. If you happen to get plugged in before we give you a call, you'll be getting set up steps from me, and then I will get you connected with myself and your success squad. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side of money. I'm excited about your success. I'm excited about your success, and I will talk to you soon. God bless.